They say hindsight is 2020, but what if we could borrow the hindsight of those who've walked before us? What if we could glean wisdom from the seasoned hearts of mothers who've already navigated the winding roads of young motherhood and actually apply the insight in a meaningful way in our own homes? That's exactly what we're going to do in today's video. We're diving deep into the collective wisdom of older Christian mothers. We'll uncover the most common regret that they share and explore how we can learn from their experiences to shape our own mothering with intention and grace. If you're new here, I'm Kiri, and I help Christian homemakers who are living in a fog of exhaustion and stress to become the patient, peaceful mother and wife they've always dreamt of being. So I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. Imagine reaching the end of your young motherhood journey and realizing that amidst all the busyness, you missed the moments that mattered most. Whenever I find myself swept up in the chaos and noise of motherhood, when the messes are multiplying faster than I can clean them, and the questions and cries feel relentless, when I'm complaining about how somebody is always crying and I'm always needed by at least one person, but usually by multiple people, and I say this as if it were a bad thing, I try to zoom out and see the bigger picture, that this is all I've ever wanted. And I remind myself, one day, the way my child says potatoes instead of potatoes and Nokios instead of gnocchi will be corrected. One day, no one will ask me to sit next to them and watch them eat. There will come a time when the house is quiet and still, perfectly clean, perfectly ordered, just the way I like it. But that day isn't today. And honestly, thank God, because this is the only time in my life when I will be the center of my children's little world, and I will have their undivided attention to pour truth into their minds. And while it may stretch me beyond what I think I can bear, it's also shaping something eternal in them and in me. So I breathe, and I remember all the wisdom that you're about to hear from these older Christian mothers. So after pouring through the words of countless Christian mothers whose children have grown and gone, one common thread of regret rang through every story. They weren't truly there, not in a way that mattered. One woman said, "I let the pressure to perform steal the joy of being present. They allowed fear to run their home. They allowed themselves to be distracted by the urgent or superficial things and missed what truly mattered: deep connection, trust in God, and intentional, heart-centered parenting." Another mother said, "I wish I had trusted God more. I obsessed over my failures and overlooked God's faithfulness." They corrected behavior but neglected the heart. Like one mother explained, "We become so focused on minor behavior issues that we miss the opportunity to teach them about deeper matters." They folded laundry while missing eye contact, chased a tidy house while missing the sacred mess of connection. One mother said, "I was there, but I wasn't really with them." And another said, "I regret years spent perfecting my perfectionism and people-pleasing skills." Each mother, in her own words, echoed the same ache of regret. I let the pressure to perform steal the joy of being present. I trusted my routines more than I trusted God. I was there, but I wasn't really with them. Their deepest regret wasn't what they failed to do, it was what they failed to see while they were doing it. So how do we shift from a life of reaction and doing to one of intention and seeing? How do we ensure that we won't share the same regrets? The secret to a fulfilling motherhood isn't found in a longer to-do list. It's found in a quieter heart, fully present in the moments that matter most. Doesn't that just show how merciful the Lord is? The key to mothering better is actually doing less, but giving more of our heart to our sweet children. There is so much fruit in this, you guys. Children don't need a flawless environment, from scratch meals, or a home education if it means that they come at the expense of connection with mama. They need you, your attention, your affection, your presence. Crosswalk says parents regret not having spent more one-on-one time with their kids. The relationship we ultimately have with our children when they are grown is built on these moments. And one mother echoed this same sentiment, saying, "I wish I had listened to my children with my full attention more often." And someone gave this counsel saying, each child is wonderfully complex and truly one of a kind. Don't get lazy by failing to parent your children as individuals. The heart of the matter is this: our children crave connection over perfection. They need us to listen fully, engage deeply, and to model a life rooted in faith and a profound love for the Lord. If you're feeling overwhelmed and unsure of how to make this shift, but you long to completely reinvent your home atmosphere, and you're wondering if real change is even possible, I highly recommend taking my free workshop. In it, I tell you the exact methods that I used to heal my nervous system, stop living in survival mode, and completely change the tone of my home. I've had so many women tell me how this free workshop alone has transformed their home in 7 days and how much they love their life as a result of implementing the steps in the 7-day challenge. So use the link below to sign up for that. The single regret that sums it all up is this: I regret letting fear, distractions, and performance steal my presence with my children, missing the chance to connect deeply with them, trust God fully in my parenting, and shape their hearts with love and intention. But here's the good news: it's never too late to realign our focus. By seeking God's guidance and embracing intentionality, we can create meaningful connections with our children that last a lifetime. Remember, God's grace covers our past mistakes and empowers our present choices. As we lean into His wisdom, we can cultivate a home filled with love, patience, and joy, no matter where you're at in your motherhood journey. So it's always such a joy to have you here. If you'd like to join me for that free workshop to transform your own home, please sign up using the link below. And if you sort of feel like you're failing as a mother, I have some encouragement and practical tips to change the tone of your mothering in this next video.